And may your bad days prove that God is good. And may your whole life prove that God is good. See, may your struggles keep you near the cross. And may your troubles show that you need God. And may your battles in the way they should. And may your bad days prove that God is good. See, may your whole life prove that God is good. See, may your struggles
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you this evening, my sister?
I'm good. You okay?
Yeah, long day, but I'm
Yeah,
good.
good.
It's
Uh,
your Friday.
yeah. How's work?
It's been busy these last few days. It's been a lot, but I've been able to handle it. I am so thankful that I'm no longer in a place where I would get overwhelmed and get myself upset.
Okay.
Yeah, now I'm just like, okay, this is what it is. I'm gonna do this first, and I'm gonna do this second, but I'm gonna make sure it's all get done before I leave. But I'm gonna pace myself.
There you go.
No stress.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes it so much easier. When you really just let God roll over into your natural life and just it is I'm not gonna say it's cake, but it's so much more peaceful and so much more better to handle life situations, things, stressful things, or how you handle stuff when you know how you used to handle stuff. But now when you just let God, you're like, what, God, I'm gonna just allow what you say to me in spirit, what I believe, what I
Mhm.
read, what
Mhm.
you're telling me to roll over into the natural, and I'm just gonna let it work itself out. I'm not gonna stress.
That's right.
And it makes things a whole lot smoother. And he tends to work things out for you easier and easier. And then in the mix of while he's working it out, he's granting you favor. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's an awesome thing. That's why it's really good. It is necessary to truly let go and let God, to get out your own way.
Amen.
How was your
Okay.
day?
It was a day. It was a day. I'm glad I learned what I want and what I don't want, especially in
Mm,
a job.
yeah.
And knowing that I don't have to stay there forever.
Yeah.
As soon as I
So,
learn that this is not the place for me and this doesn't sit well with my soul, then
mm-hmm.
I can leave. I just do what you got to do to find another job and find something
Yeah.
until it makes you happy, or not even happy, but find something until it's the right culture, it's the right work environment that you want to
That
be
it
in.
lines up right for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what the lady, one lady asked me, she said, so you like it? I was like, yeah, I like it. She said, so you're gonna stay? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, but how long are you gonna stay for? And I said to her, as long as I'm supposed to be here.
That's right.
She goes, I've never heard that before. What does that mean? I said, it means what I said. I'm going to stay here for as long as I'm supposed to be here. And then
That's
when I'm
right.
not supposed to be here no more, then I won't be.
That's right.
She's like, I've never heard that answer before, but what does that mean? I said, it meant what I said.
That's right.
I told
Exactly
her.
what you said. That's
That's exactly
right.
what I said. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to be here 14 years. Nope. Nope. This is not the plan. I'm going to be here as long as I'm supposed to be. And
Right.
you know what I'm saying? That's what you, just like I said, once again, just allowing God into everything, being obedient. You know what I mean? When he tell you to do something or how he tell you to move, that way you're no longer stagnant, in your Christian walk, but also in your spiritual, your natural. They line up because
Right.
it rolls over. You know what I'm saying? When you stagnant in your spiritual, you stagnant in the natural. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? You may think that sometimes you think you're successful, but you're really not, because you're trying to control things. And you're trying to control things the way you want to go, but not the way that God intended,
Right.
or what God produced, or what God created. So it gets to a point where you really are stagnant because you're not operating at your full potential or what you're supposed to be doing in the natural. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But when your spiritual gets to that place and you awaken and you really just like, okay, God, I'm no longer going around this mountain. Okay, God, this is not no longer for the journey. Okay, God, I do no longer want to be the director or the captain of the ship. I want to get out of my way. I want to get out of your way. I really gotta let you be God. Because I forgot for a minute. I thought I could do it. I can't. I thought my plan was better for my life than what you have. Let me get out your way.
Right.
And then when you do that, it lines up and you really get, and the more you connect to God and you more connect to God, because the more you get out of the way, the more he gets into you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he opens up something in you and he heals things inside of you, because the more you allow him in, you allow him in. That's the thing. You allow him to do something. You allow him to heal you. You allow him to enter in. You allow him to console you. You allow him to strengthen you. You allowing him to awaken you, to rebirth you. You know what I mean? When you really allow him in. And then what happens is you get so caught up in him and you become so obedient and so trustworthy and so awakened by him that what you have for yourself, you want for everybody else. So you get to that place like, okay, I gotta let this overflow. So my thing is now I'm letting God pour out. So now he's pouring out into the natural, and everything that he's pouring out to the natural starts to manifest from the spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Because it's prayers from years ago. You know what I'm saying? Prayers from childhood are being answered now as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like this is because now you're out of God's way, and now you're truly trusting and believing him, and he's lining things up for the purpose that he created you for. He's lining things up for the order. He's getting you ready. It's for preparation. Even the people that you come in contact with, it's not by accident. It's necessary for where he's taking you to. But now you're allowing it to do something. So you're allowing yourself to work differently. You're allowing your God to be obedient. I'm not going to create a career out of this and think that I'm one day going to buy the building or I'm going to do this. No, that's not what I said for you to be doing. That was temporary. You know what I mean? It was seasonal. So, it's like, but when you let God in and you just be obedient, you be like, okay. And you start to see things so much where you just trust him more and more. And every day he's like, I told you should trust me. He show you another reason to trust him. He do something else in your life, or he do something for somebody that you pray for, or so anything, any way, shape, or form. If you think it, imagine it, pray for it, ask for it, or waiting on it, you know what I'm saying? He allows it to manifest itself. And then that just gets you to trust him more. You know what I mean? So you can't help but want to trust him with all your natural.
Right.
Because if you can trust him with all your spiritual, you might just let him trust the natural too.
Yeah.
They connect.
Yeah, let him have his way. Yeah,
that's what it all goes down to. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing to see. When I see it happening to people's lives, you see that you see it changing their conversation. You see like they starting to smile more genuine. It's not that smile that they just try to force. They be like that look like that. That smile that hurt. Because you like, if I smile too hard, if I laugh too hard, I'm gonna start crying. People gonna think something wrong.
Yeah.
So it's like, you give that facade smile, but people who really got that connection, be like, yeah, that's fake. You hurt and you going through something, so.
Yeah.
It's those people that really, when you caught up in God, you can't help but paying attention to somebody else's hurt. Because you recognize it. You recognize somebody else's struggle because you went through it. You had to deal with it, or you've been a part of it before, so you recognize it. And then that's where God uses you. That's where those opportune moments come in at. And sometimes you're at a job just for those opportune moments, and then when it's over, on to the next.
That's right, on to the next. I posted something on Facebook about seasonal friendships and said, when you understand that some people are just for a season, you're able to let go more. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that the grief is not there. Even with a job, doesn't mean that you don't go through a grieving process, but through that grieving process, you see your freedom.
Yes. You like, ooh, I ain't got the stress no more. I ain't got to deal with that monkey on my back no more. I ain't got to
deal with that monkey on my back no more. And it's
bye.
Yeah, and it's not a bad thing, seasonal friendships or seasonal jobs or temporary things. It's not a bad thing. For everything there's a season underneath the sun. Like, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. It's just clean up for what's
Clean up for what's to come.
It's making room for the new, and the old got to go, out with the old, in with the new, and not in a bad sense, because every relationship doesn't end badly. It's just that it just has its seasons, and so y'all start to grow apart a little bit, or gotta separate us some type of way. When y'all see each other, y'all cordial, there's still love. You know what I mean? That's so every relationship don't end badly, but it's just the grieving is because the relationship you understand when you're growing some things. But now you recognize, like, okay, I really tried to make this more than what it was, and I really now that God has shown me. It was seasonal, and so I'm okay with it because I'm better. I'm better with letting go. So I think it's like, you gotta be mindful of that. That's something that you put into practice, being mindful of other people's feelings or their space or their peace. You know what I mean? Like some people don't want their peace disturbed. Just because I may look like I'm this type of way,
right,
doesn't mean I'm not a peaceful person.
right.
Because you're looking at the outer shell, but you don't really know me. You know what I mean? You don't know the core of me, and my core requires peace.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a long day, you need that unwind time. Sometimes
that unwind,
it's just that peace time, that time to rejuvenate your mind. Sometimes to sit and talk to God. Sometimes to watch a good movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes you just need that unwind. I'm by myself. Nobody's saying mommy. Nobody's saying me, mom. Nobody's calling Tyria. Andrew. Nobody's saying our names. It's like it's just okay, peace and quiet. But the way I want it, how I intend to enjoy my peace.
Right. Right.
It could be worship. It could be, I'm just going to listen to some R&B tonight, something smooth, something. It all depends on what it is for you at that particular moment. Because I'm not going to say everything got to be Jesus, 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 Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But there's other ways that you can unwind in a good way, but you just to have your peace for yourself. You don't want nobody coming and disturbing it. I get that, especially when you finally got it. When you finally find it, girl, you don't want to lose it.
I know, sis. And that's the thing. And I know this season I said it to my mom. I said, I'm not trying to, two things. I'm not worried about nobody in their business. You take care of yourself. You know what I mean? You need some help, you come see me. You don't come see me, whatever it is. I'm not trying to figure out what people are thinking no more. If you ain't saying what
that's it is, tiring, girl.
Sis, it's a whole job. But if you ain't saying what you really mean, then I'm not going to try to figure it out.
Yeah. Facts.
I'm not doing it. You got to say what you mean, because I've gotten myself into many situations that I probably shouldn't have been in because I'm trying to figure out what you're saying and I'm trying to help, and I end up hurting myself.
And at the same time, you can't be afraid to ask the question, what do you want? What do you mean? Say what you mean and mean what you want. What are you asking me? What are you saying to me?
Yeah.
Specify. I need clarification, please.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, you try to figure out what they're thinking at the same time, we're too afraid to ask. We're annoyed that you're not saying nothing, but at the same time, we're too afraid to ask. Not afraid to ask the question. What's up? Like, what do you know what I mean? Or what are we doing here?
Right. Or we're afraid of confrontation. So,
I don't got time for this nonsense. Don't do that. I don't got time for it. I'm too grown now. I'm gonna call you on your mess quick.
Right. That's right.
I'm gonna say it to you in love. You're being nasty. What's wrong with you?
Right.
Like, no, I'm not taking that from you.
Right.
You got a problem. I'm not the person that created it. Go find somebody else. Don't do that.
Go find somebody else.
Over here.
Yeah.
I will pray with you, but I'm not gonna sit there and argue with you over something stupid. But I'll pray for you. Bye. I'm not doing it.
That's right.
Not in this season of my life. I come too far. I'm not going backwards to that nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to talk, use your words.
Use your words. Use your words, because you can use them any other time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Use them any other time. But for some reason, you got to be able to use them correctly. Yes. Yeah. Use your words.
Want somebody else to use their words, but you don't want to use yours. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to figure you out. I'm not going to be offended if we don't speak. I'm not offended.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? If anything, maybe I'm going to be understanding, because sometimes, it's over.
Yeah.
We got to separate. It's
all right.
Separate. It's okay. Okay. Or you be like, okay, this relationship has come to an end. I see it now.
Right.
Okay. So I clearly it's time to let it go. And it's okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I thought it wouldn't be okay, but I know it's okay. I see all the signs. Yeah. And I'm going to be obedient to the signs, and I'm going to let it go.
That's right. That's right, sis. I'm telling you, I've really learned that. Like, it's no point in holding on to something longer than you should be, because that's when it causes issues and everybody gets upset and burnout and strife and all types of stuff.
Unnecessary hurt feelings, unnecessary anger, unnecessary sadness or depression, unnecessary. Yeah. You know what I mean? Misjudgment, or you haven't you're wrong. Your perception was wrong, what you know, like it's like no longer are we doing that. Like, so my thing is like, listen, if it has to be this way, it has to be this way. I'm not gonna feel some type of way. It ain't gonna be no ill feelings. It's not gonna be nothing stressful. I'm gonna be adult about it with you. And I'm like, you know what? I recognize it too. Our season has come to an end. I love you and I thank you for the time that we had. I appreciate you pouring into my life and allowing me to pour into your life when we needed to. Deuces.
Yeah.
And love, you know what I mean? And that's it.
Love.
That's mature.
Yeah.
That's mature. And that's in any type of relationship. At your job, walk away. Listen, I just want to let you know I'm gonna hand in my notice.
Right.
I appreciate y'all this opportunity that y'all have given me and allow me for the work here for the time that I'm supposed to be here, but it's my time has come.
That's right. That's right.
I'm not staying longer than I have to. Tell that man or this woman, listen, it was fun while it lasted. But it's over now. It's over. I don't know. We're not gonna make this into something more than what it is.
Yeah.
This is not what's meant. So it's time for us to go our separate ways, and we're gonna be adults about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this is how it's time to be. It's time to be real. It's time to be honest with self, but it's also time to be honest with others.
It's
time to let go and move so you can grow. Which comes back to the whole thing I was saying at the beginning, allowing God to be God, doing what you're supposed to do, and letting God do what you have to do. Okay, God, cultivate me. Okay, God, out with the old, now sending the new. You know what I mean? So, and you know, it's so many different levels to it all. But the whole point is you're allowing God to be God, and you're just like God, I trust you.
I trust you. Yeah.
I trust you that this, you know, it's okay. You know, there's gonna come something else. I'm gonna learn something from this relationship. It's okay that it's okay that we're letting go. It's okay that I'm moving forward. It's okay that they're going this way and I'm going this way. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for the separation. It's okay for the breakup. You know what I mean? And then when you do that, and God be like, yeah, I want, because I'm trying to show you da. And then when you see that, you're like, oh, so this is part of a testimony where I need to share for what you're building me up to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. That's what it all goes down to. So it's so necessary to, you know, to let go and grow for yourself. For yourself, and then do others, because other people are gonna see how maturely you handle it. Yeah. And then they're gonna follow suit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're teaching them how to do it a better way. You know what I'm saying? They're like, girl, you ain't mad then. No, I'm not. I'm okay with it. Girl, you ain't there. You obviously she had a party and she didn't invite you. You don't feel slighted? No. I'm happy that they celebrating another thing. I'm okay that I wasn't invited, because you know what? I probably wouldn't have went anyway, to be honest with you. So it would be a waste of an invitation. It wasn't meant for me to be there. I'm okay with it. I can celebrate them. I can wish them the best from afar, but I don't need. It's okay. I don't need to be there. I don't need to be a part of this part of their life.
Yeah, that's true.
And then somebody else be like, girl, you handle this so mature. I'm gonna be like you when I grow up. And when they be saying it jokingly, they're really trying to imitate. Yeah. Because they see it, and they see how it grows you. They see how you're calm. They see you that you're peaceful. They see that you're not being petty or anything like that, or argumentative. They see that you're handling it with maturity and with dignity and respect. Mm-hmm. And then my thing is that makes them want to be mature, dignified, and respectful. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you do better and you handle things better, and how you talk and your walk and your mannerisms, people are watching that, and then they pick up on that. And sometimes people get upset, like, oh, why are they mimicking me? They're not trying to mimic you to become you. They appreciate what they see in you, and they want that. And sometimes they don't know that, they don't recognize and realize, like, it's not copying me, it's tapping into God to get like this. You know what I'm saying? Because yours is going to look different than mine, but the point of the matter is we still going to get the same healing.
Right. Or the healing we need. Maybe not the same exact healing, but the healing we need. Yeah. Exactly. So, you know, you imitating me. Don't copy off of me because thinking that's going to make you a better you. No, tap into what I tapped into. Tap into source. Who I tapped into. Yeah. I tapped into the source. I tapped into God. I woke up and I moved out my way. I moved out my own way. I moved out of God's way. And now because that movement happened, God is moving. Yeah. Now because I spoke to the mountain, and I believe that it's forever moved, because I believe that I can speak to a mountain. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's gone. Like before I would say it, but did I believe it? No. Now I said I believe it, and I'm watching it crumble. I'm watching it being moved. Right. So yes, you know what I'm saying? You tap into that so you can have that type of belief. So you can see that's where my maturity comes from tapping in. Amen.
You know what I mean? And that's where your strength comes from, because you tap in. So that's just, so it's okay to let go. I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah.
I am, because it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
It's hard to let go. It's hard to walk away from security.
It is. And you want to know
security.
Yeah, but you want to know what else it does? It plays tricks with your mind as well, too. Insecurity and your esteem and, just all those things, because I know just recently my mind has just been all over the place everywhere, like a guilt trip, condemnation, all this other stuff. And I'm like, I'm trying to let this go, God. Like, I'm trying to let this go. And it's just still tap dancing in my head. I'm trying to let it go. God, help me. Help me to let it go. You know what I mean? Help me to release those negative feelings. And I realized I don't have negative feelings anymore toward, the situation. The situation was what it was, and it is what it is. I'm just grieving the loss of the friendship, or not even the friendship. I'm grieving the loss of the camaraderie. I'm grieving that loss, but I'm also at the same time realizing that it was never really what I thought it was.
Nope.
I always knew there was always something, which is why I never really gave everything. You understand?
Yeah.
So I'm really grieving, why didn't you listen to yourself in the first place, Tyria?
But don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Beat yourself up. But for what? You know what I mean? Like, part of, you just gotta forgive you. You forgive you for other things. You forgive yourself for this.
Yeah.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. It is what it is. A part of you knew, but my thing is, even though it took some time, you still learned the lesson, and now you awoke to, now you're able to awaken somebody else into that lesson. You could bring them to it and make them see it, understand it, and recognize and realize it is what it is. I'm not, you say, I'm trying to let this go. No, just let it go.
Yeah.
Don't try to, just let it go.
Yeah.
That's all to it. Because when you try, you hold on.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. And yeah. But it's a difference. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it, because I let it go and then it comes back. I let it go and then it comes back.
But then you're not fully letting it go.
Yeah.
That's why it keeps coming back, because you gotta fully let it go. When you can fully reject it, that way it don't even be a thought.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
For instance, I had a situation. I went to go to work on Monday. I'm driving to go to work. I go where I have to go with X, and I go to make a right turn. And next thing I hear something snap in my car. And then I'm like, oh my gosh. So I went to drive forward. My car wouldn't move. I was like, what? Just my car won't move. So then I got it to move, but I was moving like really, really hard, and like it was like, barely, but I got it to move so I can get it over into a parking spot instead of right out the middle. And I was sitting there like for 2 seconds, I sat there and like tears just fell in my eye for 2 seconds. And I was like, it was the whole spiel, like, we're not gonna cry. We're not doing this no more. That's not how we handling this. Nope. We will not sit here and be like, oh, something else nope, not doing that. Nope, not this time, not this time. I started praying. I said, okay, God, give me guidance, what to do, help me what to do, figure this out, give me wisdom. So I started texting people. I text Tatiana, and I text my daughter. Then text everybody. And then when I had text Creighton, he was just like, I was like, about this. He was like, what type of insurance do you have? You don't have AAA? And then it was like, no, I got Geico. Then I remember, oh wow, I got roadside assistance. And everything just started lining up. So what happened was, I was driving, I broke my axle. My axle broke. My axle and my ball joint broke. Then it was just like, okay. Then it was like, to get everything fixed, I didn't have, it was just like, I had Geico, I had a free tow.
Okay.
Blessing. When I sat there, after I just let it go, I just prayed. And I'm like, God, how you gonna fix this? That's how I am now. I walk about faith. How you gonna fix this? What we gonna do? I cried for 2 seconds, and I mean, like, it was like a tear, and I was like, okay, nope, that's not. I'm not. Nope. That's what I've always done.
Right.
So you get attacked with the same things, or the same things come your way because it wants to see when can you reject it.
Right.
How
quickly.
I rejected it quickly.
Yeah.
No, and then me rejecting it so quickly, God moved just as quickly, or even quicker than that. You know what I'm saying? The tow truck was there within 20 minutes. Then I got the car that same day, got it to the people. They ordered the parts the same day.
Right.
Parts came back, car was fixed that night.
Right.
Then I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have all the money. You know, I don't get paid until this day. And then my son-in-law blessed me with the money. He was just like, well, here.
Amen.
I didn't even ask for it. He was like, here, so you can get your car out today. So I got my car out the next day.
Amen.
Like, you know, I'm just like, okay, God, what you gonna do? He like, you coming at me bold, huh? Sure am.
Yes.
You said, cast my cares on you. I'm giving you my burdens. This is the burden to me right now. I need to take care of this. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? And then it's just like, when you get into that place, when you can reject the things that always come at you, because there's always something coming at me. It's always something messing my finances the same way. And before I would get overwhelmed and I would cry and I'd be like, oh my God, something else got overwhelmed and feeling, start having anxiety and all these other different types of things, and not trusting and praying, but complaining and murmuring. Now I'm at a place where I'm praising and worshiping. I'm rejecting that nonsense. Oh no. And I'm just like, oh my God, I cannot go back. I wasted some time, but that's okay. I learned a lot in that wasted time, because now I compare what I did to how I'm doing it now. And I'm like, oh, I refuse to go back. I'm not going back to my own vomit. Nope. Nope. So, you know what I'm saying? So when you get to that place when you can reject it as quick as it comes, you be like, oh, I passed that test. Thank you, God.
Yeah. And that's how I feel. It was, you know, it was a day. That it overtook me, and then the next day I was like, all right, we back, let's bounce back, we doing this. You know what I mean? And we're gonna, but
you see how much quicker you're bouncing back, because your trust is deeper, your faith is deeper, your relationship with God is because you tapped in more. And now we're just saying, now you can, where it used to take you weeks or sometimes months, you could bounce back in a day. Sometimes you can bounce back within 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? But you can bounce back hours. So much quicker than how it used to be. That's what happens when you really allow God to be God and you get out of your way and his way. Because he be doing some things, and you're growing. Your faith is growing, your spirituality is growing, you're growing in God, and you're maturing in such a way you can't handle the things the way you used to handle them no more. Right. Because you put all those, it's like, okay, I'm putting all those childish things behind me now. Right. Because now you're mature. So you're handling with the maturity. Right. And that's the best part. So that's the good thing. Okay, you had a day, but baby, I'm back. You know what I'm saying?
I'm back. Them weapons may form, but they don't prosper. I'm telling you.
Say that. Put that full armor on. Them darts just falling, y'all. You just bounce it off this armor. Keep on bouncing off this armor. Keep on bouncing off. Yes. But the fiery darts just laying on the side of you or your right side. No, they're gonna fall on my side, but they ain't gonna puncture me. Nope.
And even if they do puncture me, it's not gonna hurt. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be wounded for long. I'll heal.
God gonna come right behind that and just patch that right.
Yes.
Patch that up right. He's like, oh, let me move that dart. It got you. You got a little wound. Let me just heal that on up for you. Like,
let me do some first aid. Put a little Band-Aid on it, and you good.
Put a little of my Jesus spit on there.
Yes.
But okay, God, you did that. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm back. Then you come back better than before. You come back stronger, because you come back stronger. You come back wiser. You come back more alert. Okay, I got over that, but something else gonna come. But I'll make sure this time it won't get me. Not this time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you're more alert, and then you more alert, then you're more prepared. When you stay in God. That's the reason why he always wants us to read his word. That's right. The reason why he always wants us to be in a place of prayer, or really being connected to him and really tapping into him, because he knows that more attacks are going to come my way. But he needs us to be prepared for those attacks. He needs us to be 2 steps ahead of the attack. That's the whole purpose of us reading and knowing the word, because he know temptation is gonna come. He know it's gonna be stressful days. He know your car gonna break down. He know your kids gonna act a fool. He know that they're gonna act on a job. He know you're gonna get fired. So I'm trying to prepare you for, and I need you to counterattack the attack. That's what God wants us to do. But when you allow God in there, that's when you're like, oh, that's what's happening, God. Let's get ready. We're gonna warm up. You know what I'm saying? You warming up. You bouncing from side to side. You in there. You know what I'm saying? You in there doing your boxing. You in the ring. You practicing. You're preparing. You're getting ready for the big fight, because you know it's coming. Yep. So you know that's what it's all about. You know, he wants us to be in that place of worship so we can praise our way out.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? He wants you to be in that place of you worshiping, that you connected to him and you could really hear his voice and follow all the instructions to a T. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. So it's about a preparation. It's about what word he needs to give you for what the enemy trying to throw at you. Throw that word right back at it.
Yeah.
That's why I meditate on my word. You know what I'm saying? So carry it in your heart. That's the whole purpose. He just wants to prepare us because he knows stuff is going to come up against us. That's when you, like I said, when you allow him, I'm trying to tell you.
That's the shoes of readiness. That's what I'm on right now. Is their shoes of readiness is to have the word in you so that you're ready for that attack. You know what I mean? And so many, I've been reading so much, and a lot of people are just like, oh, shoes of readiness, gospel of peace is, you know what I mean? How beautiful are the feet of those who carry the good word and all that stuff. But I read one where where the author was just talking about being prepared for the attack.
Mm-hmm.
Using the word offensively and defensively.
Yes.
Because it's going to come and we need to be prepared. The peace of our mind needs to be prepared. So when those fiery darts comes and the devil and the schemes come, that we are prepared with the word to counterattack it, and so we can win.
Yeah. And that's why it's necessary. That's why you got to let go of some relationships.
Oh,
that's why because distracted. If you distracted, you can't meditate on his word. Right. My thing is, for those things disturb your peace. When you have peace, you're easier to get more prepared because you got peace. But when you got chaos in your life, it's hard to find peace. So it's hard not to be distracted. So it's hard to be prepared.
Yes.
So that's my thing. That's why that stuff is like, okay, no, God, you need me to let go of this relationship for a reason. Yes, I need you to let go of this relationship for a reason because this is distracting you from what you're supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. It's distracting you from your preparation. Mm-hmm. It's distracting you from, you know what I'm saying, getting geared up and warmed up and you know what I'm saying, prepared and ready for what's about to come your way. Mm-hmm. No, it's just, I need you to let that go. I need you to walk away from that job because my thing is that thing is it's getting more time from you than me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's taken away from what you're supposed to be doing. It's, you know what I'm saying? You don't have nothing. It's like, okay, God. So sometimes he got to, this is what he's doing that stuff for, separation, because he needs to get you in a place of preparation.
Amen.
So that's what it's about.
Amen. 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 I believe that. I really do wholeheartedly. I believe it. I believe it.
It's and just trying to get, it's trying to get everybody else to believe.
Yeah. You know, sis,
you don't believe everything else, because I know for the longest time I knew God since I was young, but it's like you try to find faith in other, like you try to believe and put faith in other things because it's just like, you know, at the time I felt like God wasn't tangible. My thing is like this stuff is right here, or you know, if I put faith in this is going to work, or you put faith in people because you see them. You know what I mean? I didn't see God.
Right.
But my thing is when you tap into him, you see him, hear him, feel him.
That's right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it becomes something different. It becomes something different for your life. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and people be like, you know, they don't want to get it. But yeah, I know what it is not to want to get it, because I didn't want to get it either at one point in time in life. Right. But I'm so happy that I did.
Right. That you tapped in.
Yeah, I'm so happy that I did get it. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to get it for yourself. You know what I mean? So you can be freed up and you can be healed, and all, you know, that hurt that you used to carry, and you 34 years old and you still carrying hurt from the age of 5.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not letting it go. You still trying to figure out what's, you know, why and all this other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you 32, but there's a portion of your life where you're stuck in a 5-year-old space.
Yeah, that's where your mind is.
Yeah. So my thing is, so if you got a childlike mind, that's because your mind is stuck there. You're gonna have tantrums. You're not gonna have good communication with your words because you can't get your words right. You can't get them out right. You can't comprehend it right because you're 5. You know what I'm saying? Right. So this is how you walking in life. You know what I'm saying? Miscommunication. You know what I'm saying? Want people to figure out what's wrong with you, or you should know what's wrong with me. No, I don't know what's wrong with you. Right. You know what I'm saying? They need you to figure them out. Just like a kid when they hurt and the baby, so you don't understand, and you try to get the words that they can't tell you. You got to figure out what's wrong with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where you at. You're stuck in that traumatic 5-year-old place. Yeah. And that's how your communication as an adult is coming off.
Right.
So you can't heal.
Right.
So, so it's just like people don't understand that when you're stuck in those places of trauma and those different ages in your life, that's how you act in the mindset, because that's where your mind is stuck. Your mind is stuck in that particular age category. So a lot of things might be childish. You might be petty. You know what I mean? Like you might have these because that's what children at certain age, kids are petty.
Yes, they are.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they got some slick mouths and they don't care. They don't got to care the word. They just say what they want to say. They
No filter, right?
no
filter.
type of filter. So your mind might be stuck in that age set where you ain't got no filter.
Right.
Because you at that age because that's where you're stuck at. You know what I mean? So it's like God be like, no, I got to get you out of this stuck state.
Right.
I got to get you out of this immature state. I'm trying to awaken you to alert you. To get you to where you're supposed to be so you can sit, so you don't act in that state. I'm trying to get you to your senses and get your mind where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Your mind needs to catch up with your 34-year-old self.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And it ain't pretty, and it doesn't always feel good when that's happening because I know. I said a while back, I said, shoot, my mind in some things still 16 because that's where in this situation that's where it was left off at, and I gotta God's got to catch that up for me so that I'm more of an adult in that area, and that's not always pleasant. That doesn't always feel good because it's like, man, I wish I would have learned that when I was 16, but I'm learning it now. You know what I mean? And the feeling that comes with it, I wish I would have had more time to process that feeling, but God's like, no, I need you to process that quickly. I need you to learn this quickly.
And then as you're learning it quickly, what happens is he's healing that 16-year-old state of mind for you. And now it's getting you to a better place.
Yeah.
Thank God. You know what I'm saying? Because your mindset is no longer 16. He's getting you closer and closer to that place you need to be. He's bringing you closer and closer to your senses. So my thing is like that because he just healed that 16-year-old state. Now let's go on the next place of your journey.
Right.
Where another part of your mind is stuck in another part of trauma. That's what it is. You just got to go back on a journey. But now you're going back on a journey with God. And as you're going back on a journey with God, God is showing you and he's healing you. And he's healing every state and every age of trauma you've been in.
Yes,
to get you to this place of maturity of who you're supposed to be now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I said when I was going through that, you know, why am I rehashing this over again? Why am I doing that again? This time, though, I was more vocal. I was more vocal about it. I was more vocal about my feelings. I was more vocal about where I was at that moment in time. I was more vocal about it. And it helped me get over it faster because I didn't just sit with it.
Yeah, you didn't sit with it and you didn't sit in it.
No.
Yeah, no. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I released it. And that's what allowed me to the very next morning be like, all right, God, boop. But I also realized that situation brought me, like you said, brought me closer to God so that I dug into the word. I had to dig into, you know what I mean? My practices and my prayer and my study and all that other stuff, because it was like, but I need to tell you something. I need to show you something. I need you to see something.
Yeah.
I need you to say something. So it's a blessing at the same time.
He's bomb.
Yeah.
It is a blessing, but you know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing. It's a blessing in the stripping.
Ugh.
Stripping hurts.
It hurts.
Stripping can be embarrassing.
Yes.
Stripping can be a little shameful, whatever the case may be. Sometimes stripping can be bold for people. It all depends. But the point of the matter is stripping is necessary. You know what I'm saying? It's just, but it's because it's getting you where you need to be.
Where you need to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And also allowing you to process those feelings, because like you said before, someone's always going to be watching you.
Yeah.
Someone's always going to be paying attention. Someone's always going to be talking about you, even when you ain't doing nothing, bro. You know what I mean? It's always something. And I always, up until just recently, used to be like, God, why are people always watching me? Like, I just wish people would just leave me alone. You're so focused on me and what I'm doing. How can you focus on your own life when you're so focused on me? But I realize they're focused on my life because their life is overwhelming and they can't focus on theirs.
Yeah, they look at your life and they see peace.
Yeah. Oh, sis.
They see peace. And you might look at your life like, ooh, you think it's peaceful right now? It's a little chaotic, but okay. And they wouldn't be able to tell that you had any type of chaos because you handle it peacefully.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? You handle it in God. You allow God to actually handle it. Like, okay, like God, well, how I'm going to handle this is I'm just going to pass this right over to you.
Right.
I'm going to pass the baton to you, God. That's how I'm going to handle this. Yes, I am. I'm going to get it right over to you, Lord. That's how we're handling this. Yep. Before I used to carry it, don't want to no more. There you go. I'm going to stay in the race, but I'm going to give you the baton. Let's go.
I'm forwarding that email right to God. Oh, this has nothing to do with me. Forward.
That's right. Well, this is yours. Boop. Yep. Nope. Nope.
Let me
It's not
forward
even
it to the
my
right
junk mail.
department.
Let's go. I don't want it in my spam. I don't want it nowhere, God. I'm just gonna forward it right to you. No, and no need to reply. Just handle that. Handle that, God. Handle that. That's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna just forward it right to you. Yes. Yo, don't CC me. Yo, there you go. No, take it. I don't want to do it. Nope.
I don't want it.
That's how it is.
Yeah,
I don't want it no more. I
it.
refuse to carry no more. God, yes, I this situation happened in my life, and I just want to let you know that I volunteered you as tribune. So thank you.
Yeah. As martyr for the cause. God is now the martyr for the cause. Not me, God.
Like, okay, that's what I want you to do. I want you to hand it to me. Like, you be like, okay, that's how you feel. I sure do. Put it in your hands all the time. Yes, sir. And no, I'm not going to pick and choose. I'm going to give it all to you. Yep. Yeah. I don't care how good it look, how nice it smell. Take it. Take it. You handle that, and you bring forth what needs to happen with this. What's the truth? What's not the truth? Expose what needs to expose. Set it up. If it's supposed to be, let it be. If it's not, move it on out of here. I don't got time for the buffoonery.
Yep. Yeah, take everything. I don't want it. I don't need it, God. I just want you. Yeah.
Just I want my peace. Yeah. And I want the peace that you're giving me, because my peace allows me to hear you clearly.
Oh yeah.
My peace gives me understanding on how I'm supposed to handle a situation. What should I do and what should I do? I'm not doing. My peace would be, so the Holy Spirit, your situation going to be like, don't put your mouth on that. Shut up. Yep. You be like, but God, I really want to say, that's the problem. You want to say, don't put your mouth on that. Be quiet. Don't. And you be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like you become so obedient because God already know if you open your mouth and put your mouth on something, you're going to disturb your own peace. Be quiet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes we disturb our own peace. Mm-hmm. We talk about everybody else, but sometimes we create our own chaos.
Yes, we do.
We create unnecessary situations, unnecessary storms. Yes, you know what I'm saying? You know how they talk, they got man-made storms? Yeah, we create our own man-made storms.
Yes, we do. Yes,
at times. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't just from a natural disaster or a natural cause.
That's right.
We're the cause.
That's right.
You created it.
That's right.
That storm. You know what I mean? And you got to take responsibility for what you created. And now it's because you lost control. Now the storm is out of control. Now you're out of control.
Right.
You got to get control of that. You know what you get control of that is like, here, Jesus.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Lord. You saw me, but I'm gonna tell you, I tried to do that on my own. Right. I did. Right. And you know what? And I came out with egg on my face. So I'm gonna get this over to you. I'm gonna let you do what you gotta do.
That's right.
I'm gonna let you be God, so I'm just gonna slide over here to the left.
Over. Yes. Please take the wheel, Lord.
Yes. And it's important. It's very important. And then when you do that, it's just like you remain humble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You remain humble in God, and you really love him and you respect him for what he does. And you recognize, and because when you do that before, when you're trying to have the control, you're telling God, I don't really truly respect you. Ooh. I really don't truly believe you. I don't really truly trust you. That's what we tell God when we're doing the other things, when we're trying to do it our way, when we're trying to do it quicker than him. Well, God, I can get a better result than you. Well, if you can get a better result than me, why aren't you me? Why aren't you God? That's what God is saying. That's what God's saying to you. If you can get a better result than me, why are you not me?
Right.
And you're like, okay, that's how you coming at me, Lord? Yeah, I'm coming straight for your neck. That's how okay. All right, God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the point of the matter is just like just knowing and just like, okay, when God can really just say, yeah, I'm coming at you. And so what you gonna do about it? Right. I'm gonna say and take it.
Right.
You God. I gotta take it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I know what I did wrong, and yeah, I did this, and this, but now I'm coming to you so you can do what you got to do.
That's right.
I'm sorry for holding you up.
Yeah, that's right, for holding you back, God. Well, yeah.
I'm sorry for holding you back. I'm sorry for disrespecting you by not believing in you fully. I'm sorry for for hurting you, for not trusting in you. You know what I mean? Like showing you the respect that you deserved at all times. I disrespected you, and I'm sorry for that.
Yeah. Yeah. The ability to apologize is huge.
Yeah. But people don't think they owe God an apology. I do owe you an apology.
Yeah.
I do. I didn't trust you when you told me to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't trust you, or I didn't love on you the way you just wanted to love on me.
Right.
I rejected you when all you wanted to do was hold me and accept me. You created me, and I rejected you. So I'm sorry for rejecting you, God. You know what I mean? Like it's just my honesty. I don't know about nobody else. That's my honesty. Those are my truths.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That I'm sorry for getting in your way. I'm sorry for making you cry because I don't know. People are like, "Oh, God don't cry." You don't know. You ain't seen
Jesus
him.
wept. Yeah.
You don't know. Like, don't tell me. Like, this is how I feel. This is how I stay humble in God. For
Right.
me, this is
Right.
my practice.
Right.
I would tell myself, "Girl, I know you ain't about to make Jesus cry." Like, like that's how I feel. And like, you're right. I'm not. So I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. I'm not gonna hurt him like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what works for me. That keeps me in a place of being humble because I put him not in a place of not in a place of humanity, but I put him in a place of that's my dad.
Yeah.
And I know how I feel as a mom.
Yeah.
I don't want him to feel like that.
Right.
I don't ever want to be that child to make my father feel like that.
Right.
To feel hurt or to feel disappointed or to feel disrespected by me.
Right.
So if anything, I'm gonna love my father the way I'm supposed to. I'm gonna respect him the way I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the same way you would want to do with your natural parent. That you want to be treated from your child. That's how I treat my father.
Yeah.
And that keeps me in that place. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it reminds me, like I'm a parent because he wants me to know.
Right.
He wants me to he wants me to see. You know what I mean? There's times when my kids make me cry.
Yeah.
There was, and they didn't even know it made me cry, but
Right.
there was some things that they said or they might have did, or there's ways that they made me felt. And if I know my own kids made me feel like that, and I know they love me,
right,
I know God feel like that, and He know I love Him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, why not try my best to avoid making him feel any other way, but but happy, but proud. You know what I mean? And that thing, and that's it. That's what it was. That's when I'm gonna allow you to do what you gotta do, God. I'm gonna allow you to be God, and I'm gonna remain humble in all that you do in me. And I'm gonna be thankful.
Thankful,
For,
yeah.
that you made me this new person. I'm
Yeah.
be thankful that I'm a strong person, but I'm a strong person with you. Not just I'm strong. I could do it all by myself. No, you can't.
Nope.
You can't. I'm not your superwoman. I'm not. I'm not. So I can't.
No.
I can't do it all by myself.
Can't. No, I can't.
No,
No.
that's it. Yeah, you gotta say you gotta say it hard. I can't. I can't do that. I can't.
True.
I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I
No.
know. I don't. You know what I mean? But yeah, you got, and that's what it is. And I'm just like, God, listen. And that's what works for me. Everybody other people gonna have a different practice on what works for them to keep them in tune with God, to keep them in that place, to keep them near, to stay tapped in or to tap in more on a daily basis. But this is what works for me. And this is what keeps me in that place of growing with him daily, because I see him in that particular, I really see him as my father. I really see him as a person that loves his daughter.
Yeah.
And he just wants nothing but the best for me.
Yeah.
So, and then there's times as my father, he has to punish me.
Yeah.
Like, like you got to reprimand me. You got to discipline me. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay, I deserve that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, in his disciplining, he's teaching me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not just disciplining me like hard, like he's disciplining, but he's teaching me. He's showing me a better way. He's loving on me as he's disciplining me. So, and that's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? And allowing God to be that, and I see him as my father. It keeps me humble and it keeps me in a place of being a good daughter, but it also helps me to be a naturally good mother.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it does. It does. Because like you said, it carries over into your natural. You said it, the spiritual carries over into your natural. How you view God, how you view God, which then in return makes you humble and caring and loving, then that is going to translate into how you treat people. And that's really what not my issue, but that's the part that I always find hard to let go, is how people treat other people. because I know God loves me and I try my best to be as loving as possible. You know what I mean? You're honest, you're
Yeah.
real, you're whatever. But how people are in situations, it's you, where's the love?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the love?
You know, when I see people like that, I look at them and I'm like, they hurt. There's something.
Yeah.
It's a numerous of reasons of why they are or how they are. I
Right.
pray for them jokers, and then after I pray for them jokers, I press harder to even be more loving.
Right. Yes.
Because my thing is like, because if you being for you being so hard, that's one less person that's being loving. So I got to be extra loving
Extra
to make up for
loving.
the place of where you're hard or where you're mean or where you're bitter or where you're angry. I gotta make up for it and be that extra. I gotta take your spot until you can get better
So you
or
can
till you
get
get
better.
better, till you get to that place. So I'm gonna have to hold it up. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's what the body's supposed to do.
Right. But yeah,
Not,
and I'm
you know,
glad you said that. The
not the
body
other
of
job. That's what it's supposed to
believers.
do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Body of believers. Because if you're
Yeah.
not a believer, then you're not going to understand.
Nope, not
And
you're not gonna understand, nor are you gonna be in assist in a place to assist others to hold them up or to lift them up or to pray them through or really
that's right.
generally be happy for them or care about them or celebrate in their victory. Like, oh, you won't never be that person.
That's right. That's right. And that's what I have to understand is God is stripping away those who just cannot go further with me on my next level, my next assignment because they're not believers.
Yeah,
They can't hold me up in prayer.
yeah. What can it add to you?
What
That's how you
can
gotta
they
look at it.
right. Right.
If you can't add nothing to me, then you're not for me.
Right.
And it's not financially. It's like, what can you add to me to help me to grow more spiritually?
Spiritually.
What can you add to me to help me be more mature? What
Yeah.
can you add to me to help me, to help me, grow in my walk to be a better me,
Yeah.
to be a better mother or to be a better, this person or that person, what I'm doing in my natural, like, to be a better therapist, to be a better this, or to be whatever it is that God has called you to be, if you can't do nothing to help me grow, then what are you here for?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's not a bad thing. I think people think that's a bad thing sometimes, but it's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
it's not.
It's a,
It's not. It's not.
so it's
It's just
it's
it's an
actually
awakening that time is
what
up.
should be happening.
Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Those that's supposed to stay, God will keep them there.
Yeah.
Those are, but you know when you feel the pulling and the tugging when things, because things start to feel off,
Yeah.
they seem off. There's always something right, or things don't never line up when you're supposed to meet up. It never can happen. It's all those different things. Okay, like okay, you can either like, oh, what's going on? They probably thinking that I'm always just like, no, it's not supposed to happen. It's not meant to happen. Stop trying to force something to happen. You see, every time you're supposed to, something happen. Stop trying to force something that's just going to happen.
I totally get it. I totally get it. It's just the grieving part of it all. You know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to is the grief of letting go. It's tough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hurt's gonna come. It's just like I said, you can hurt for a little bit, but like, okay, go God, don't let me stay stuck here.
Don't let me stay stuck. And I'm
Don't
telling
let me
you,
stay
I
stuck
was
here.
like,
Get
no,
me
I do
out of
not want
here.
to get stuck in this, God, because this is not a place I want to be. Like you said, I don't want to go back to that no more. I don't want to feel
Bro,
that no
no,
more.
no.
I don't want to feel
Absolutely
like that
not.
no more. No, no, no. Because and that's also a spiritual warfare aspect of it all. You know what I mean? The enemy can bring those unresolved issues back up, can stir them
Very
back
true.
up just
Very
to
true.
knock you off your game, just to
Yeah.
knock you off track, to make you wallow a little bit longer so that you don't get the assignment done when it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
And learning
Or you
that
don't have
in
the
this
opportunity moment you're supposed to have.
yeah. And
Yeah.
in this season, I'm really battling, you know what I mean? And I'm really paying attention to it. And I'm like, oh no, we're not doing this.
Yeah, exactly. You won't hinder me.
You
Won't
won't
stop me.
hinder me.
No. That's it.
You
That's
won't hinder me
exactly.
because I know there's something on the horizon. That's why you're trying to hinder me because you don't want me to
Yep.
get to that point.
That's why you try to throw everything at you but the kitchen sink at the same
Yes.
time to see how you talk. Oh, one of these things gonna break you.
One of these, yes.
Like, no, they're not.
They're not-
Because you know why? As soon as you send it to me, I forward it right to my God.
Well,
Yes, I did. You
yes.
sent it. I forwarded it right over.
Of
I ain't even
course.
open it. I just forwarded it. I saw who it came from and I just forwarded it. I just forwarded, pay for it. Here, Jesus. You see who
Yes.
said this before me? Take care of it, Jesus. Like,
Yes.
nope. I'm not even opening it. I'm not opening it. I'm not entertaining it. I'm not paying no attention. I'm not wallowing in it. I'm not sitting there crying over it. I'm not getting stuck in it. No, I'm gonna forward it to my Jesus, my
That's right.
burden bearer, and I'm gonna let that mess go.
Yes.
He's gonna block that out for me. Yeah,
Yes.
no, you try to be a weapon, but guess what? You won't form, you can form, but you won't prosper.
You won't
I already know
prosper.
what it is. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna give it to him right now. Here, God, you see this? Can't do that for me.
Yes.
That's it. And people may look at you like you crazy, but listen, nah, I'm sold out for him.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sold out for him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what that's the reality of it. Just because I don't act and talk the way you think I should doesn't mean I'm
Yeah.
not sold out for God. You
That's
don't know
right.
me.
That's right.
You judge me about how I look, but you don't know nothing about me. My father knows me, so I don't care what you think.
That's right.
I mean, and that might sound wrong. I'm like, I don't care what you think. I don't though.
No, you can't though. You can't,
Nah,
sis. You can't. You
no.
can't. Because whether you're doing what they want you to do or you're not doing what you're not doing what they want you to do, they either gonna love you or hate you either way.
Facts.
Either way. So why
You
not
can
just do
hate
what
me, but
God
why
is
you hating
asking you
me?
to
I'm
do?
God loving me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be all I can be. All I
So,
can be.
exactly. So, and the reality is, I look at the bigger picture. I'm winning.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that way. I feel that way. Yeah, I'm winning. Even though it don't feel great all the time, I'm winning.
You're winning. That's right.
Yeah.
You're a winner.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? When you can say that for yourself, believe that in yourself, it's just like, okay, whatever tried to come, it really can't prosper. It just fall off. It fall by the wayside. You don't be bothered with it. You ain't paying it no line. You ain't giving no attention. You ain't giving no love. You ain't cultivating it. Like, why would I cultivate a problem? Why would I cultivate death?
Right.
That don't even make sense.
Right.
Why would I cultivate, why would I sit there and sit there and feed my anxiety into having to grow into what? Why would I do that to myself? No, I'm not feeding myself that crap anymore. I'm regurgitating it. I'm getting rid of it. I don't want it. I'm spewing it out. I don't want none of that stuff no more. So no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna take claim to it. I'm not going to go about yourself. Go back where you came from.
Yeah.
You ain't welcome here. You know what I mean?
Like
you see it
here no
and
more.
it's like, oh, you see. Yeah, and you see it on your. Make sure you like when we look, like I look for myself. I look at my life for myself. I look at my life for others, my kids, whoever. Like I'll be like, I see you.
Yeah.
I see you. I'm not playing this game with you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's really what it is. I'm not playing this no more. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. But that's once again, that's being the place of submission. That's allowing God to be God. That's trusting God through it all. That's trusting God to just like, God, Jesus take the wheel. And mean what you say, what you mean, and mean what you say. That's all it boils down to. So
yeah, and keeping your boundaries up. Yeah. Yeah. You've been listening to Fridays with Ty on Shift the Narrative podcast. Listen, I pray one day you'll see the need to shift the narrative in your mind. Not for anyone else, but for yourself. Because you are worth it. I am thankful and grateful for each and every one of you that has joined us today and every day. As always, I'm your host and fellow freedom fighter, Tyria. We will see you again, and thanks for listening to Fridays with Ty on Shift the Narrative podcast. Be free, y'all. Be free.